Welcome back to the channel. Today, more of the Sopranos Season 1, Episode 3, Denial, Anger, Acceptance. Now, this is my second time recording the intro. First one was just a complete cluster F of a mess, and we're fresh start. So I'm finally back home. House sitting is over. Back to recording. Gonna kind of squeeze this in the morning before the bird wakes up. But as far as what I remember, nobody cares. It's on those episodes. You saw it, right? But I am looking forward to this family going further into Season 1, how things unfold. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure I have no idea how the first season wraps up because my memory is only of the first season and it's really fucking patchy. So the beef between Uncle and Tony was, seemingly in a good place, but then fucking, what's his name, Christopher and his friend. Actually, the friend kind of went off page and went after a truck, and somebody was accidentally killed. They went to Tony at the end, and I want to say hopefully things are patched up, but I'm pretty sure they're not. I'm pretty sure this Uncle Tony, feud until it settles is a big chunk of the first season, so I'm not going to ramble on or stall anymore. Let's get into it. This is Season 1, Episode 3 of The Sopranos. I minimize the screen. Denial, Anger, and Acceptance. Here we go. HBO on. Okay, this is. I think this is the first episode that ever, after the HBO intro, went to the show intro. All right. Jesus, truck horn.
It's a gift from Tony Soprano.
I was gonna say, what's this all about? They were told just to take the fucking the truck back.
Listen, you fuck. Uncle Junior's been breaking Tony's balls because you hijacked that truck.
Well, there was some stuff missing from the truck, but he didn't give a fuck as long as the thing's back, Well, and then he said to tell Tony thank you, and if there's anything Tony needs, he should give him a call.
Tony? Those fucking junkie fucks, they work for Tony. They hijack Carmela's truck, I get it back, and old man Carmela's thanking Tony?
You should have taken care of this Christopher Maltasante thing the minute it first happened. Soprano.
Take it easy. We're not making a Western here. Fucking family.
It's interesting that his name
I
is...
bought his kid a $400 surfboard for his birthday.
His name is Uncle Junior, and he has like this complex of not being the guy in charge. And he's Junior named after the dad, the other son, his brother got shit first. Now Tony, it's like not necessarily like a Fredo complex, but like his identity is being. It's weird. I don't have words for it. I'm a little tired, and I just.
What's that? A trick picture out there?
The barn.
Which?
The barn. And the old tree all rotted out inside. That is a special-made psychological picture. Like that,
I'm seeing the sides.
What do you call a test?
Rorschach?
What does that picture say to you?
It says, hey, asshole, we're from Harvard, and what do you think of this spooky, depressing barn and this rotted-out tree we put here?
It's depressing and scary to you?
Not to me. But it's got that built right into it.
Sorry if my editing choices are sometimes the contemplative,
Hospital.
A lot of thoughts. If I talk over the scene.
Jackie's so fucking mean, he'll scare that cancer away.
Your friend has cancer.
When they hook you up, do you watch to make sure they don't have air in your veins? Or do you think that's just bullshit?
What do you mean? How are you?
How you feeling?
Good. Hey, sure.
Hey, Rosalie, how you doing? How you been?
Thanks for coming.
Jackie, looking well, pal.
Everybody kisses on the same spot. It's almost like they're kissing each other, right? Like second, third, fourth hand kisses. Didn't Italy do bad with COVID? Didn't they get a lot of sick?
I'm going down to the cafeteria, hon. You want me to bring anything back?
Yeah, play the brajol. Give Junior my love.
I will.
He will get sick too.
Oof, thank God he left. He's a nice guy, but he's like the grim fucking reaper.
So Uncle Junior
He
doesn't
knows
show
every guy
up,
with
just
a
his
fucking
driver.
cancer cell, and he can't wait to tell you.
The one Tony was fucking with last episode. A cure for fuckface-itis.
You don't want to hear no more cancer talk. Get the fuck out of here.
Trust me, you could have break being Jewish.
Tony, you know that guy Titleman?
Owns all that property. That motel down the street from the club.
The Jew with the black clothes and the curls and everything?
They're called Hasidim.
I see them, but I don't believe them.
This is the guy, I think, that had to get his balls threatened, right?
His son-in-law will not give Titleman's daughter the consent unless Titleman gives him 50% of his motel.
Called a get.
They call it a gift.
Why don't he just, it's taboo for their religion. Shit.
I heard enough. Look, I'm getting kind of tired here.
Hey guys, come on, let's go get a cup of coffee. Come on.
See you later, Jack.
All right.
Thank you.
Imagine he's just struggling to have the energy to just look coherent. He doesn't even have to know what's going on, but he just has to appear. He might be alright. What song is this? Why do I know it?
Miss Maris, we're really exhausted from studying for SATs. We were up past 2 last night.
Are you her lawyer?
No.
Although why they'd scheduled the SATs the same week as our recital
Same
is...
day.
What?
I cannot wait. So the whole North American landmass is between me and Tony and Carmela.
So because a year happened between the first and second episode, does that mean Aspen happened in that time, or is Aspen still yet to happen? Like, I know it was in real life time jump, but like in the show, is it a time jump too?
Oh, I love the coziness. Welcome to the neighborhood. Well, the school district anyway.
We don't see each other like we used to,
I
and
want that to change.
That's not the wife of the guy. This guy, yeah, with the shop.
Until the insurance settlement on a restaurant comes.
Insurance. There'll be an Italian president before I see any insurance money.
What are you talking about? I thought all that was settled.
They're putting us through a second arson investigation.
What do they think? You're mobbed up? You're working stiff, for Christ's sake.
Who would burn down a perfectly good restaurant? Stupid. Insane.
Sorry, Artie.
Life goes on, no.
So he burned... I'm still trying to compute that he burned down the place just so that a murder wouldn't happen there.
This is my son.
Does he have a name, or do we have to give him one?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Hillel. What would you do if your daughter was abused by her husband?
Talk to him.
Yeah, in ball-peen hammer.
All right, 25%. He wants 50, we get 25.
I don't understand.
That's because I'm not talking to you.
You give me what I want, Mr. Soprano, and you have a deal.
Okie dokie. Just like that. 25%.
Julio, before lunch I want you to do betting inventory. ¿Entiendes? Yeah, half hour, and no cervezas, please.
No cervezas. Ah.
We want to talk to you about him and you and him. This little problem that you're having.
Shlomo is an arrogant, ignorant control freak.
You give Shlomo whatever the fuck he wants, and you forget this 50% shit. You got nothing coming to you. Nothing. You understand me? Nothing. Fuck you. This is how I say nothing. How's that for nothing?
Come on!
Poor Charmaine. I tried to find nice things to say about that house.
Not bad. Just need a little work, that's all.
That fire.
That insurance will get off its ass.
Do you think it could have been arson?
Doesn't matter with you.
If every time your wife asks a question you get super defensive and cut it off like that, she knows, right? Or that's her way of confirming.
Can Hunter please sleep over?
Start sleeping then. Study time's over.
we still have 6 more chapters left.
And can you keep the decibel level down, please? For my husband.
What's with all this negotiating? You're a child in the house. Turn that shit the fuck down.
Okay, so with this budget, we can do 3 waiters for the past hors d'oeuvres, 2 for the champagne.
Oh, it's such a load off your helping, Maney. This whole party has me...
No, we have to demonstrate civility and how to negotiate and how to keep the peace.
There is fingerprints all over the break front. I want this place to sparkle. She's usually very good, from Poland.
Please get in the car, sir.
Like the cop would be calling this asshole sir if the fucking cameras weren't around. Get that, will you, babe?
Sure. I'm the only one who has to go to work around here.
Yeah, restaurant hostess, real tough work.
I want a cop.
I want to score some crystal.
Yeah, you got money?
How about for starters, your father will put a bullet in my head? Since when do you take speed anyway?
Just thought I'd ask you before we went down to Jefferson Avenue.
Those Moulignans will rob you, rape you, and leave you on the side of the road.
I don't know what you see in him.
I got my own money.
Yeah, really. She wouldn't be getting out the door to go to work if she was mooching off your money.
You can't let it go down to Jefferson Ave.
They'll sell her Ajax.
She's not gonna go down there. She's just trying to get me to give her some speed.
Isn't it better if she gets it from you with all that poison that's floating around?
Kids, you think you can protect them, but you can't.
Hi, Jack.
Hey, what are you doing here so late?
Shut the door so hard that it opened itself.
So, whatever happened with the Jew at the motel?
We reached out to him. He wasn't receptive. They're going back.
No problem. Just looking for my nurse's pin.
I think you got the wrong room there, hon, because you are not my nurse.
I know, but
I know what this is.
I'm sorry. I just need to check some vitals.
Hey, what are you doing?
Checking your vitals, dude.
Seems to be working fine.
Yeah. Oops, what do you know? McTitties.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's a private party.
I got you, you prick! You should see your face!
At what point would he not realize that this was all a fucking inside thing?
She's a friend of mine from the club. Nice girl. I joined them later on. We got a little booze, you know. This man has had chemo every day for 3 fucking weeks. And he still has every last hair on his head. Every last hair on his head, and he's got a beautiful head of hair.
What's happening is we're getting closer to you confronting your true feelings about what's really
We
going on.
talked about it last episode, the anger.
I just told you my true feelings.
There's nothing in that picture to indicate that.
The fucking painting. I knew that was a fucking scam. I knew that painting was a fucking scam.
You remember your dream? The ducks?
You think everybody's lying to you while you're pulling scams on them. Fuck you.
I feel like I haven't said a lot this episode. It is early in the morning, I'm sorry. Too much caffeine, I turned into a chatterbox.
Jean says they shouldn't be too sober for the silent auction.
If anyone ever finds out you got this from me...
Yes.
Look at me. This is no joke. I know you and me don't always get along, but I don't think you want to see me dead.
I gotta call Hunter. You're the best. God, doesn't anyone ever knock? Look, tell Brendan that Hunter would rather die than go out with him.
Brendan?
Ah, the cover.
You keep that asshole away from that child, you understand me?
They were slick with it, especially Meadow.
So you don't mind that he fronts me some money for a new place because he offered. Look at that face.
Oh, God, Arthur, don't tell me that you took money from Tony Soprano.
She doesn't want you to owe him anything.
But to have that man as a partner, trust me, Artie, that would be insane.
Charmaine.
Come and see here. Fucking now.
Shut up! Get in that fucking car!
The trunk cam. You gotta love it.
I can't get used to having all these strangers in my house.
Why'd you invite them? I cook like this. Reminds me of what I lost.
Stop the Z, okay? Enough already. Why don't you forget about the past? Look to the future, okay? I am sick of hearing about your fucking restaurant. Shut up about it, you depressing fucking jerk!
What the fuck do you know about it?
You hit me with bacon in my own home.
Fucking jerk! Come on, get the door.
Boys.
Please. Too late for pleases, you stupid fuck. All this because you won't say yes to a divorce?
It's not that simple.
Why not, Jimmy?
She wants to go to Israel, I send her. She needs something done to her body, I pay. I feed her, I clothe, I put a roof over her head, I spend a fortune. On top of that, I worked for her father for 20 years and put up with his abuse.
Oh god, that's a fucking meat tenderizer hammer mallet. Tony. Who? I didn't see a face, but that's not his wife.
Tony. Sorry to bother you down there. This thing isn't working out the way we hoped. You know, with our friend with the funny sideburns.
All right, don't say no more on the phone. What's that painting mean to you?
Oh no.
You know, most guys I know would be happy to get rid of their wife.
I tried explaining the realities here. This guy's as stubborn as a fucking mule.
900 Jews held their own against 15,000 Roman soldiers. They chose death before enslavement. And the Romans, where are they now?
You're looking at him, asshole.
Maybe he's willing to go to the world to come, but if he's stuck here on this earth, I know one thing that
no man
wants to go through life without. Act like a moil, huh?
Moil. How dare you, sir?
Paulie, get the bolt cutters from out of the trunk.
The Rotellis, the Trillos. He's got something to do with computers. They're a wonderful couple. She invited us to brunch.
Really?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But it was the food, Maney. No, I couldn't have done it without you.
Okay, but did it get them some business, some catering, some interest?
Maney, is something wrong? You got something on your mind or something? What could be wrong?
Your husband is giving my husband money or trying to...
It happened so long ago. You and Tony, you weren't even married. It's probably silly for me to even bring it up now.
What?
You and Tony were on the outs. He called me.
He did?
Carmela, I slept with them.
You slept with Tony?
Really, it wasn't for me. I mean, we both made our choices. I'm fine with mine.
Is this true, or is she just saying this shit to, like, chow? Because now she's gonna go to Tony, like, you never told me, and then he's gonna, like, don't you dare go around that guy anymore, his wife.
He wanted 50%. You wanted 25%. So I split the difference. I gave him 15%. He gives my daughter the divorce, and it's business. It worked out.
That's not what the deal.
You want to give your son-in-law 15% of the motel? You go ahead. It comes out of your end. Now, we got you your get. You get us our 25%. Got it?
My son was right.
Yeah?
You're mud.
He wouldn't give me the best deal, the deal that I wanted that I changed after the fact. He is inhumane because he wouldn't accept the changed deal.
Hey, how you doing?
1 second.
Anyway, Paulie's downstairs. He thinks he broke his hand on the guy's head.
Digital.
We're wailing on this guy. I'm threatening to cut his dick off.
Should call a nurse.
He's
Tony's not concerned with what he's concerned with.
Yeah, call her.
Fuck you, I'm fucking dying here. I'm fucking dying.
Poor Jackie.
Good, here's his reasons.
I was just thinking, we haven't seen her at all this episode, but we did get a lot of her last episode.
Him and his little friend. They're slapping me in the face, and they're hiding behind Tony.
Well, Tony always loved Christopher like a son. And so do I, Junior. Maybe Christopher could use a little talking to. You know, the other one, Filoni. I don't know.
Essentially just said, yeah, rough up Christopher, but the friend is dead. That's fair terms.
He didn't even care I was there. It's just him and that fucking cancer. It's like he's already gone.
Well, it's consuming him both figuratively and literally. I can't speak, but you got it, right?
They're not afraid of death. At least this one guy wasn't.
Maybe they have the belief because they are afraid. You envy the Hasids and their beliefs?
All this shit's for nothing? And if all this shit's for nothing, why do I gotta think about it?
We're smart enough to understand death, but then
Gift of
process.
knowing that we're gonna die.
Didn't think the show would go there. I apologize.
Do you feel like Frankenstein?
Or the monster. The doctor or the monster.
Thing? Lacking humanity? Lacking human feelings?
I wonder if that was the same ice cream truck when they took that dude out to the bridge to try to get him to pay, and then the ice cream truck drove away, and then... Did she just try to get a smell of him to see if some perfume or something?
Meadow wanted the crystal. If I didn't get it to her, she would have went down Jefferson Avenue. You tell Tony they would have beat her. They would have
That's not what
raped
this
her.
is about.
Listen to me. I was trying to save her. Listen to me. You speak English. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot.
That's your talking to.
Fuck.
I'm trying to tell if it's dubbed or synced up or if I think it's them. I can't tell. I'm leaning towards not, but... Goodbye, sir.
Hi, Jack.
Bye, Jack.
I mean, all things considered, sitting in a hot bath and then just taking one to the face, not a bad way to go. Like really. I mean, your Colombian neckties and your Viking blood angels and your any method of fucking. Oh, that's the end of the episode. Okay, that's a good time to derail off of torture. Okay, let's get to the outro. Season 1, Episode 3, Denial, Anger, and Acceptance. I just realized that that's part of the stages of grief. I don't know why that's just hitting me. Mikey Palmisi, these Italian words, names, I don't know. Mikey stirs things up by making Junior think Tony wants to be next in line for boss. Okay. Kind of an awkward description of the episode given everything that happened. That's their sentence for the description. Okay, I stated in the first couple episodes that there was a dude, I thought a Jewish guy, that had his dick threatened. We've reached that point. I knew that the nephew was and his friend was going to run into a bind, and that the nephew would be pardoned by Grandmama, but the friend would not. So I think we're up to what I know of the show, other than the very last fucking scene of the whole show. I'm gonna stop mentioning it eventually. Yeah, I'm wondering if the wife of our restaurant friend really slept with Tony, or is just saying that to piss her off, you know, the wife Carmela, so that Carmela tells Tony, like, so it's like the wife's way of getting Tony and the money away from the husband is by starting shit with Tony's wife. Man, at the end though, yelling about, I just got her the crystal, you know, I hope they don't speak English. I hope that information isn't out there, but he thought that's what it was in response to. It'd be interesting if now that information makes its way back to Tony. Because, like, what would you do if your nephew or your niece provided your daughter with hard drugs, and it was like, well, she was gonna go get it on her own, so it's like, how really depends on your relationship with the person of how I think they would take that. Uncle Junior and Grandmama at the end talking about the kids, and just it makes me wonder, like, as I get older, like as life happens to me, like, you see characters in movies or roles in movies, and you may associate more with one because of where you are in life now versus, you know, earlier in life. Or if you would have seen the movie earlier, this part of the movie or this role wouldn't have clicked as much. I'm just wondering, as I get older and age up, is it really like a cabal of old people calling the shots in all these families, or is them just being blundering, you know, fleeting minded, you know, is that all just an act or a cover, or are they really doing shit, you know? It's like, when I took my grandmother to get her taxes done, she told me, like, beforehand, you know, don't worry if you see me act away, I'm playing a role. And I was like, okay. And then we went in there, and she was just as flustered and nervous as she always is with everything else that we do. And then she was like, afterwards, she was like, how was it? I was like, you're not playing a role. That's you all the time, right? So it's like, I don't know where the bullshit and where the reality and where the confusion is. Sorry, we're on a tangent. We're just, sir, we're talking about The Sopranos. Will you come back over here? I've hit a point now where I've tried to describe even my thoughts on the nurse coming to the hospital room, you know, for the guy. But I can't even explain it, and it's a superfluous little throwaway fun scene. So we'll just say it was nice. Titties appreciated. And I think that'll wrap up this reaction video. So thank you so much for being here. It's not good to be back, but at least I can record and watch the shows again. So I'm looking forward to the next one and hope to see you then. Thanks again for being here, and goodbye.